How's it going, everyone? It's Ben Falcon's Media Corner back again with a brand new video for today. Welcome back to the movie review, aka for a store review video for today. This time for this new episode for the series is going to be my review on the 2022 supernatural horror film, and that is Umma. Now, this is written and directed by Iris K. Shim, and this tells a story where we follow this single mother named Amanda, played by Sandra Oh, who lives with her daughter in an isolated farm, and she's basically trying to move away from her traumatic childhood. But what ends up happening later on in the movie, she receives her mother's ashes after she passed away, and once she receives them, her past starts coming back to haunt her. So that's pretty much the whole plot synopsis I can say for Umma. Now, I did not know what to expect from this film or anything like that because I never saw any of the trailers for this film or anything like that when this was about to come out last year. But I've only saw a few posters for this film. Once I saw the posters for this film, I just honestly did not know what to expect from this one because it looked like one of those horror films of what I've seen before, but I was willing to check this one out since this was a new horror film. And this film stars Sandra Oh, whom I think she's a really talented actress. You may know her. You may know this actress from the hit TV show Killing Eve, which I've never watched that show, but from what I've heard, she's really great in that show. And I didn't even know much of the other people who were in this film or anything like that, but this film really wasn't playing much in the cinemas that I usually go to or anything like that. Like, it wasn't playing every job, and it wasn't playing the cinema I usually go to or anything like that whenever I'm not working or anything like that. So I watched this last year in March, and after watching this whole movie, I unfortunately was not a fan of this movie overall. This was just overall a generic, cliched horror film here, you guys. The only things that I only liked in this film was Sandra Oh's performance, which I thought she was pretty good in the film as the lead protagonist, and the actress who plays her daughter, I thought she wasn't too bad in the film as well, and everyone else for the most part, they weren't too bad as well. I thought they all gave decent performances, and I did like the relationship between Sandra Oh and the actress who plays her daughter in the film, which I found their chemistry in the film pretty relatable here, in which this film showcases the whole mother and daughter relationship here, which I found that pretty relatable and all of that. And for where this film is set and all that, it is a pretty unique idea here, in which this film is set on an isolated farm, and I thought that was a pretty unique idea for a horror film like this one. But the issues I do have with this film is particularly the formula this film takes here, because this film took some of the formula out of these other kind of horror films here for what this film's trying to be here, in which it's trying to be like a supernatural, creepy horror film and all that. Like, it has the exact same cliches here, like where there are moments where where the music is like building up and all that to a tense moment, and then there's something scary is gonna pop out of the screen and all that, like something's gonna come out the corner, that like in the dark corner, and then just pop up out of the screen and make you scared out of your chair and all that. In which, when it comes to the jump scares in the film, I wouldn't say they are as effective really, because they're not really that scary here. And this film is just overall not even all that scary or creepy or anything like that. It was just pretty generic really for what it was just overall a generic film here, because in terms of like the exact same formula this film goes for and all that, for in terms of like the scares and the creepiness and all of that. And the direction, I wouldn't say it was all that amazing or anything like that, because it doesn't have anything new here. It doesn't have anything new here for a film like this one here, where, because like I said, it just took the exact same formula outside of like other horror films that this film's trying to be here and all that. And this film is just overall boring as well, even though it's not a slow burn film or anything like that. It's a very short film. It's only an hour and 23 minutes, which is pretty surprising and all that, even though this film, I kind of found it really boring and all that, because there was nothing that made me remember anything in the slightest or anything like that, because I pretty much found everything in this film pretty forgettable really here. But overall, in the end, guys, this was just overall a generic, cliched horror film here. But like I said, there are some stuff I didn't mind in this film, namely Sandra Oh's performance and all that, and it's a pretty unique setting and all that, where this film's set and all that. But everything else that was surrounding this whole film, I was just not really a fan of here. And if you're a fan of like these kind of horror films, this may be one for you. And if you miss a chance to see this in cinemas, it is available to watch at home on demand. So that's pretty much all I have to say about Umma. I'm gonna give Umma 1 out of 5. Like I said, I didn't hate everything about this film, because there was a little bit of positivity I did have with this film, but everything else that was surrounding this whole film, I was just not really a fan of here from beginning to end here. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching from my ACAF Rise review on Umma, and let me know what you think of this movie, if you've seen this already, or if you just recently checked out this film. Did you really enjoy this, or was this not really a popcorn treat? As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and this has been Falcon's Media Corner signing off.